Hello everybody, my name is Daniel Hill and I am here with Chris. Hello Chris.
Hello there.
We're sitting rather close together. That is only for the purpose of making a video testimonial.
Yes.
You haven't been sitting this close to me through our 5 sessions?
No, not at all, no.
So he's usually sat over there and I'm sat over here. Okay, so would you just like to explain how good you feel now?
I'm feeling brilliant, fantastic, I can't tell you how much happiness I'm feeling at the moment. So good.
How bad were you when you first wanted to come to see me? Do you remember that first session that you came to?
Last November, so November 2016. I had a stomach bug and I had 2 days off at college. And then I went back the week after, and then suddenly I was just starting feeling really sick. Extremely sick, going on the coach.
Yeah. I
could still do simple things like answer the phone and answer the door, but it was just going out really after that, going to restaurants and going to college. I started feeling ill during my lessons and stuff like that. So so it did bring me down a lot. I mean, I remember the first session I came here.
And you were afraid.
And I needed a bucket in the room, didn't I? Because I felt like I was going to be sick.
Did I get you one? Can't remember.
You did. You did.
I can't remember. Okay.
You did, yeah.
I said, wherever you're going to be sick, just make it sort of like a small spot, please, at least.
Yeah.
But how quickly did you start to feel better again?
I remember during the first session, it was sort of halfway through, and then I started seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. She showed me some different techniques called. So you sort of do this. I like to call it cocooning.
Cocooning.
Yeah, cocooning. Yeah, and you sort of do this, and you count from for example 70.
And there's the humming as well.
Humming
visualising something really good.
Yes.
And I started to give you the anchor of puppies.
Puppies, yeah. Black screen, puppies, yeah.
So I gave you lots of things, and then you were doing homework or home play in between sessions.
Yes. Every day I made sure that before I brushed my teeth at 7:15 in the morning, I'd do all these techniques for at least 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up doing them about 15-20 minutes every day because I really enjoy it.
Yeah. And you got a lot out of it.
Yes, I mean, look at me now. I'm just feeling so much
now,
better.
he's even got facing the camera. Look at me now.
Yeah, I'm so good. Yeah, it's so good. Didn't think I could do. Didn't think it would be possible, but obviously,
We did a little Enneagram mentoring. Your dad already had the Enneagram book because your dad's seen me for 5 sessions in the past.
I took pictures on my phone.
That's right.
Yeah, and I looked at all the different things, thinking about worst case scenarios and how they've never happened and stuff like that,
And the practices that help develop you.
Yes, exactly.
And you were doing some of those every day.
Yeah.
Looking at the table of health of where you can be directed towards.
Yes. Exactly.
So all of those things are accumulative.
We've talked quite a lot today.
As opposed to normally we've done sessions, we've done something.
Yes.
In fact, the previous session I did some NLP with you. Do you remember we walked from one side of the room all the way to the other?
Yes, and we did all the different stages, and I was feeling more like the aura. I remember, the aura coming around me and stuff like that.
And so that, although that wasn't like hypnotherapy, where you're lying flat out and you're feeling sleepy now, all the rest of it, which a lot of people think is what hypnotherapy is. You did the whole lot standing up, didn't you?
Yes.
Except you felt that it was actually happening.
Yes. Because we did it in 5 stages, so we did 20%, 40%, 60%, 8%, 100%. So yeah.
How long did you think that session lasted for?
How long did it last for? It didn't last that long, did it?
It did. It was about 40 minutes.
Was it?
45
I thought it was only about 25.
That's the classical hypnotic state. People think that they're not under for a long time, but you were walking towards the light, literally your future, of what it is that you can be doing, the more that you're growing and the more you're expanding your comfort zones.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
And his birthday's tomorrow, Valentine's Day?
Yes, 19.
19? Okay. Ready to face the future. And I said, well, you can come for your 5th session. We can keep that open. You can come in the next 6 months or wherever. Last thing would you say, recommending me regarding, because there are lots of people who suffer with anxiety and, they go, oh, you need to go and see the doctor or get on antidepressants or, all the options.
I mean, this dude is a great dude right here. I mean, what he does is fantastic. And I suggest anyone, any type of anxieties, type, 5, 6s, 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s,
This is, you're talking about Enneagram types?
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
Enneagram types, yeah.
Pick up the book there, Chris.
Okay, this
You
one?
can just put some people. That's one book of many books.
Yeah. Should I get this one as well?
Oh, you can do if you like. That's
Okay.
the Enneagram Made Easy. I use that one as well. There's lots of other books there. There's another one underneath that. We didn't even use that one. That's Sandra Maitry's book. It's a little bit more in depth as well. So the Enneagram is partly one of the things that I help people with, and I use it on anybody of any age. Somebody rang me up today, and I'm going to be working with a 13-year-old tomorrow who's going to come and see me. And I worked out their Enneatype most likely on the phone. So that's the part of what I call mastering psychology, and all of the other tools that I use from hypnosis, NLP, EFT, EMDR, EMIT, all these letters, havening. They're all tools that can help bring down the negative stuff that's going on within you, and I call that mastering emotional well-being.
Yeah.
So we've done both with you.
Yes.
And you feel fantastic.
I feel ecstatic.
You feel ecstatic.
Yes.
Well done. Yeah. Good man. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Daniel Hill and I'm here with Sue. Hello Sue.
Hello.
And Sue is the mother of Chris.
Yes.
And
in November he had a stomach bug and he was off college for about 2 days and he kept being sick. He couldn't go out the house, couldn't get on the coach to college.
So how soon was it that you contacted me after all this started?
Well, it started, I think it was the end of November, and we struggled with him for a few weeks. And then during the Christmas period, I rang you and you saw him before he went back to college.
Mm-hmm. And how quickly did he get better? I can't remember because I see so many clients and I forget.
Significantly better within 2 sessions.
Within 2 sessions, and he was almost back to normal.
Yeah.
I remember because he almost wanted to vomit in my room.
Yes.
And I was going, please no, if you're going to vomit in the room, vomit on this mat here.
Yes.
And I ran off to go and get a bucket. But he wasn't, it was just, he knew he was having
feeling.
it was the feeling.
It was the feeling.
And we did a variety of things. Well, I did a variety of things with him. And I have done more coaching than therapy because I've got him to coach himself.
Yes.
And as you are his lovely mum, you're able to tell me that he is doing the work on himself now.
He does it every single day.
And he does that every day.
Every single day before.
He brushes his teeth.
Yeah, before he leaves the house. He goes upstairs and does that.
Yeah.
With everything.
And he's saying that as much as 15 to 20 minutes.
Yes.
And I set him a Kaizen like small step of doing at least 5 minutes.
Yes.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And if he continues to do that in the future, his whole comfort zone is going to expand more and more. Mm-hmm. He's now just turned 19. This was doing more coaching with him, so to coach him to coach himself. Mm-hmm. Because he's going to have, as we've just said just before I turn the camera on, he's going to have life come at him and there are going to be challenges.
Yes.
And so he's going to have dips at some time because that's life. The way I've coached him is so that he can coach himself out of those dips.
I mean, he had cognitive therapy
CBT.
through the NHS, which didn't work at all for him. And this is the only thing that has worked. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's fantastic.
And you've just had a little experience of it today.
Yes, I have, yeah. And it's very, very relaxing and, very helpful.
And you've just discovered your Enneagram type? Because you said, what type do you think that I am? And I just went, I know what type you are. And I just went, so just very briefly, what's it like having discovered yourself in that sort of very short time frame? Is it a bit strange, but strangely weird? Or?
It's a bit weird, yeah.
But accurate.
Yeah, it was accurate.
And
I am caring, nurturing, look after others. Yeah.
Recognise that you're a team.
Yeah.
And so now you can go away and look at that book that you've already got and discover yourself.
Yes.
And then there are practices that can help you develop.
Yes.
There's a table of health in there that you can see which direction you can move towards. And I encourage people also to look at the emergence of essence.
Yes.
So that's sort of the consciousness that you can experience when you're much more out of what your ego wants for you all of the time. Anything else you would add to?
Well, just that, you know, it's a brilliant treatment and, you know, I wish everybody that suffered with anxiety could get it.
Fabulous. Thank you very much.
That's okay.